3, 2, and 1.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Honey I'm Home podcast. My name is Talon. Babe. Cut.
Any mimosas?
Guys, Mercury is in Gatorade today because there is something going on in the air. I'm not well, and I might be drunk.
Hold on, time out, bro. Time out. In our defense,
I might be drunk.
are you serious?
I think so.
This is not good. We have a whole episode. The wheeze. The wheeze is wheezing, bro. You wear my shoes. You put my shoes on.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay, let's start for real.
What happened?
Let's start for real.
What happened this morning? Talk about our morning.
A lot of things happened this morning.
Please don't break the mic. Don't touch it. Like, Morgan put it in place for a reason. Don't touch it. We's back there. In our defense, we do shoot an episode before this, so you do drink a little before this.
Yeah.
And that's okay to say.
I drink too much. I feel like I get really excited when I'm with my friends.
I understand.
So I
It's
just,
very understandable.
I pound them out. What? Not my friends. like when you're like happy and excited and you're like, oh my god, cheers! And then it's like 12 cheers later.
Cheers to that. 12 cheers later. 13.
Ooh. Anyways, my week was way better than my morning. So yeah, maybe let's go back there. Let's live in that space.
Tell me a little highlight of your week.
Ooh, a highlight
talk
of my
about it.
week. What was the highlight of my week? What did I do this week? What is this week?
happened this week?
I would say a highlight of my week was me spearheading a campaign at work.
Can you tell me what that means?
Oh. Sure. Congrats. So she said, good job? Question mark.
I love that.
So basically just kind of like came up with all of the run a show and concept of like a active shoot, like sport vibe shoot that we're having.
That's fire.
next
Like, so you're
week.
directing and
Yeah, just kind of like, literally from point A to point Z.
you
Like,
can literally add that to your resume, though.
yeah, for sure.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Good job,
Yeah,
babe.
yeah. I'm really excited. The shoot is actually on, like everything's prepped, ready to go, but the shoot is actually on this upcoming Tuesday. So,
Wow. Good job, babe.
Thanks, babe.
I'm proud of you.
oh,
Is that something that you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, I feel like me and Nat have been kind of like telling our seniors and like the UK team that, you know, we kind of want to
Yeah.
have a little bit more creative control and say
Definitely.
in certain shoots that go on in LA, and they have finally given us one. So yeah, it's
Period.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that's like my win of the week because I've seen it from like the beginning to now, like at the end where it's like everything's packed up, ready to go, ready for the shoot.
And I feel like it's just been a long time coming from you, like saying, "Hey, I want to do this. I'm able. I'm capable. I'm capable. Let me, see it through." And now you're seeing it through.
Yeah.
This is the process. This is the journey. I love
Yeah,
that.
it is. So it's really nice. But yeah, something good to go on a resume.
Yeah.
For sure.
Going into that, what do you
But
feel
what
like?
about you?
What?
Did you have any ones this week?
When's this week? P can talk about. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we talked about it. We talked about my event with Sonia at Nativo. Shout out Nativo. Super dope, vibey, chill, like really good restaurant bar situation.
It was really cute in there.
I was about to say, wasn't like, I wish. I mean, we can go back for another market, but like their setup is crazy because that wasn't even all of it. They still have like 2 patios. Well, there was one patio was open, but there's still another patio. I think it's called the Frida patio, where they like give honor to her and stuff.
Really?
And they still do things right there. They,
It's a big spot. So basically it's a restaurant /
bar lounge, event space,
and
if
you
will.
and your friend Sonia
Shout out to her.
threw an event there.
Yeah. And it was so dope because they were so like welcoming with like we came to them with like the drawing board. We gave them the concept, the ideas, everything, and they were so open to like
Which
just
was?
helping us. So the event it was a panel / marketplace takeover, because they naturally have marketplaces once a month. So we just kind of took over that day, and we were able to put on like booths that we wanted. Our brands were able to be in there, so it was really cool. But it was called Black Love, Brown Pride, and it was just merging Afro Latinas, Hispanics, Latinos, everybody like within the community, just to like, you know, cultivate a more inclusive and just loving and open space community.
And putting on for the community, and also like allowing people to network and things like that.
That's probably my
like
favorite
the guys that we met that made the candles.
They were
like
fire. I hope we have
so
them on the
cool.
pod. I actually reached out to them and they said that they were down.
Really?
So we just got to email them, but
stay tuned. The event was great. The event was
fire.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that I missed your panel part.
Yeah.
But basically they had
we had a panel talk.
Latina and Afro Latina panelists, and my baby was the moderator, so she was the one that was asking them questions and stuff.
All the questions.
And
we had 3 girls up there, super fire, all on their own, in their own lane, and completely different, which was cool for us to have. But it was basically about homegirl unity and what we can do for each other, and how we can love and support one another, especially in creative spaces. So that was really important just to have and to talk about just in general. And it kind of goes back to even like, it just goes back to friendships, which we've talked about previously on podcast, and how we can do that, how we can show up as friends for one another.
I love that. That's a great win for the week, I must say. Yeah.
So to many more. And
yes. Amen.
To many more yours.
Cheers.
Amen. I feel like T and I have been on this thing where, and I'm just going to lay it out for people. I feel like you and I want to kind of stray away from quote unquote lesbian interracial couple podcast. That's a part of us, but it's not all of who we are. And I think it's really important for us to showcase our individuality, which we try to do with like one of the last episodes too. But I think going further and digging deeper entails what we like and what we don't like, and our sense of style, because I feel like that's honestly a sense of style for us is a big part of our lives. I feel like for us it's important to us. That's our niche to our own individuality. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
like us alone not being a couple, that's something that like
we gravitate towards.
Yeah.
Because for one, you're a stylist, so automatically. And then for me, I feel like
always just been into that realm, like fashion, creativity, all of that.
Yeah. So with that being said, what do you feel like your sense of style means to you?
What do I feel like my sense of style means to me?
How many minutes we got left?
Morgan, you let me be on my shenanigans.
Too much, bro. Running into our
said, stop laughing at her stupid jokes.
Right.
What do I feel like my sense of style means to me? It means a lot. Okay? Stick with me here. It means a lot because for me personally, I dress based off of my moods.
Period.
And how I'm feeling on the inside. Hold on.
It's just a mud. Dog, this is getting out of control.
I know, I'm sorry. Okay.
Now I done forgot the whole question. Okay. What's the podcast even about? What's the topics?
I'll edit this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be there for 3 weeks. You ain't gonna see this episode till next year.
Now you keeping it going.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
What was the question?
Can we cut for a second? I feel like I definitely dress based off of how I'm feeling that day, you know, what I'm going through, but definitely what I'm feeling. Yeah. It's all based on, like, I can literally lay out an outfit the day before, which that's never been me, never been that type of gal. And I'll be like, and I'll wake up in a whole different mood, and I'm like, no, you know? So it's a feeling. It's yeah. So it's very important, especially me being. I feel like you could probably relate to this because we're both water signs. So it's like we feel all the feels. So it's like I kind of just allow my feelings to let me go through life and present myself in the same way.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about you? What would you say?
Well, to me, first and foremost, I feel like it's comfort, whether I'm in heels or I'm in sneakers. I have to be comfortable in it. If I don't, you could physically see it.
Yeah.
If I'm not comfortable, you can tell that I'm
you
not comfortable.
You move around the room a whole different way.
Yeah. And then when you're confident in something that you wear, if you're wearing a fucking trash bag, this is what I say and I've always said this, wear what you want when you want, however the fuck you want it. If you... whatever you're wearing, rock it, own it, like it's yours, and nobody's gonna tell you anything. You could Kanye, what does Kanye do? Wears literally sweats, and it's a fucking luxury piece. Well, he's been $200.
He's been barefoot recently and lately.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but he is confident in that shit. You know, and you can't knock him for this confidence. Like, you could be like, damn, I would never do that. But at the end of the day, the man is confident in what he's wearing. You know, so and I think that's always been me and myself too. I feel like I've always tailored towards what am I the most comfortable in. When I was looking over at the overview, and I was like asking myself these questions that were on the overview that we were going to talk about today. It was really hard for me to answer because I feel like right now in this moment, at this point in my life, I'm going through like this transition in my style. Tap back in more into like my feminine side and really love and appreciate that about myself. Because I think for so long I was like...
Tomboy vibes,
which I still am, and I still will always be. But I'm like, it's cute to, or not that it's cute. It makes me feel good to be able to tap into this side. You know?
Yeah. I think for me, when I 1,000%, like I agree with you 1,000% on that. I'm the exact same way. I feel like I've always done both. Recently, I feel like I definitely have been more on my tomboy vibe. But I've also my weight has been fluctuating, so that's another reason why I've been feeling more comfortable in baggier, bigger clothes. But, you know, once I get snatched again, you know, I feel like that's when I'll really be back into my, you know.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, too. And this is, I don't know if anybody can, I mean, I'm sure somebody out there can relate to this, but who I'm like, dating at the time also will either make me feel more feminine or more masculine. Oh. When I was serious like about a man, I felt myself to be more feminine. And I don't know if that's just my brain was telling me. And not that I wasn't a tomboy, because boys will love you for that too. But I naturally just wanted to be more feminine. You know what I'm saying? And when I started fucking with girls consistently, I was like, oh, I want to be more masculine. You know what I mean? I like the feeling of feeling more masculine.
Okay.
Yeah. But now that I'm at a point and I'm at a stage where I'm like confident in who I'm with and who I am when I'm with this person, I want to be both. I want to have a balance of both. This is who right now in this moment I'm tailoring towards.
And that's beautiful. I mean? I love that. And I hope that I can...
You do.
Okay, already.
You do.
So I don't need to do anything.
Like, no, I feel like you're dead on. Like I feel like if anything, you've gave me more of the confidence to be more of that myself. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's,
like truly authentically yourself, because it doesn't have to be. That's one thing too. I was thinking about this while I was in the shower this morning. Like just think, when you think of like style and sense of style, like there are some people that are very one way. There are some people that have a uniform. You know, and that's their getup, that's their thing. But it's okay if you bounce all around and do whatever you just feel confident and comfortable in that moment. Like that doesn't mean that you're biting off this person or she's doing this and then trying to do this. It's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do.
I really dislike when people are on Kourtney Kardashian's head because of her sense of style, because at the end of the day, I mean, regardless if her sense of style changed when she started dating someone, who gives a fuck for one, but for two, maybe that was always her sense of style and she just needed a little help putting it together, you know. But if that's right now who she is, what she's comfortable in, what she likes, what she loves, and she's not doing it for anybody else, that's brilliant for her, you know. That's amazing for her. I love that for her. Now if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, that's one thing, but if you're genuinely and wholeheartedly like, this is what I love and this is what I like, this is my style, and even if it's just for that moment, for right now,
who gives a fuck?
That's okay. Like, if it changes next year, who gives a fuck?
And
like,
I think too, a part that really irritates me about that is, I feel like that's such a culture of people being like, you got to be original and always come up with your own stuff and this and this and that. But why can't someone inspire me? You know what I mean? Why can't my man, my girl, my person, my partner, my friend, my mom, my dad, whoever, like, why can't someone inspire me? Why can't she be around Travis and be so enamored by him as a person? It's obvious, it's clear that she's clearly very fucking in love with this man. And when you're in love with somebody, you're in love with damn near everything about them. Right. So he's this cool rocker dude that just drinks his matcha and whatever else he does in his life. And now she drinks matcha every day because he's putting her on, and he has these dope ass band tees. He's, you know, from jewelry, probably all over the world. And he's got this rocker vibe. When you date somebody, 9 times out of 10, you walk out of their house with half of their clothes on all the time anyway. Yeah. So it's like, my thing is just like, who can, like, and then if you don't see something on yourself in a certain way, how do you even know you like it? Right. So she might have thrown on one of his little outfits one time, running out the house, leaving his to go to hers, and she has something of his on, and she's like, damn. I like this. I like this vibe. I want this to be my new vibe. It's okay. Like, we're so ever changing that it's so fine to not have one specific. And I also do love to see too people that have a uniform. I'm like, that's so cool that like they always just wear, you know, the same type of vibe, but that's them, and that's what you know them for. But it's also cool when I see people
versatile.
Like it's it doesn't, like, nothing has to be one way at all, and
it never has to stay the way that it is. You know, like, it can always change. And I feel like so when you asked me that question, and I was nervous to answer it because I was like, dang, I don't have an answer for it, but I do. And it's under construction. It's getting there, you know,
and that's okay too.
For sure. And I'm enjoying the process of learning about myself and what I like and what I don't like and what I'm comfortable with, and being
experimenting.
And being uncomfortable with some things because I might not be comfortable with it now, but let me get around it a little bit more, and I will be, you know. And I can thank you like tremendously for that, because I feel like you've definitely gotten me out of my comfort zone. That's the one thing that I feel like I've always like just said in my head. I'm like, oh, thank God for talent, because I wouldn't have ever wore this, but I like it. I fuck with it, you know. And I just really appreciate that perspective that you give me, because sometimes you'll even think in your head, oh babe, you're gonna look so cute in this, and I'm like, not my style, but I'll wear it to see, and then I do, you know, like, and I fuck with it. So I feel like, thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
I'm a little personal stylist.
Yes, for free. Right, for free. Everybody else, y'all gotta pay.
So what are your top 3 to what your style is?
Oh, my top, like, if I had to give 3, I'd definitely say cozy, for sure.
Cozy wozy.
Yeah, cozy wozy. Maybe sometimes edgy, because I do love a good all black silver hardware vibe. You do, you know. Like,
I feel like your style is all over the place.
It's all over the place,
and I love that too. Like, that's a great attribute to have. One day, honestly, most days, she'll wake up and it'll be like she'll just put on like cool shit that don't even match, right? All of it, and I've said this to you before, like, all of it is cool shit, you know? It's like some fire ass shoes, you got a nice top piece on, bottoms are fucking sick, but it just doesn't match. And I'm like, are you wearing them? And she's like, yeah. And it's like she just rolled out of bed, but, you know, she's like, they're all cool pieces, I'm gonna just put it together. And I'm like, okay, babe, whatever makes you happy, and as long as you're comfortable. And she's like, yeah, this is fire. I'm like, okay, babe. Expanding my horizon, for sure. Yes. But I do like to at least color coordinate a little bit.
She's good for a red top with a certain bottom and a red shoe. And that...
It's got to be the right red shoe.
Literally. I'd be like, babe, you don't have... I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
well,
wear this yellow shoe instead. Like, I'm like...
Yeah, and then the yellow and the red, I'm just like... but, I mean, it goes.
But it goes, you know?
Right, so, but
that's what I meant earlier about
learning,
experimenting.
Right, and I'm also learning... shades, like different shades, like the blues don't always got to be the exact same blue, you know what I mean? Like I'm learning that too, but prior to that, yeah, I was. And then just like you, yeah, I'm gonna roll out of bed and just wear whatever cool shit I got laying
purple,
around.
green, and yellow.
Yeah. Okay, Barney. But or she'll like randomly walk out with like an all black gothic fit. I'm like, what bitch did I get today? I got 7 different girlfriends for every day of the week. That's
fun, huh?
It's alright. Yeah. And then the hairstyle be different. Everything just be different.
Everything just be...
Which is cool.
Get you a girl that can do it all.
All. Not both all.
Not both, but all. But it's like, to me, it's fun.
It's
you know?
fun.
And I'm just like I said, genuinely.
Yeah.
And that's what mood am I in today?
Yeah.
What do I want to... The other day, literally, when I wore that fucking floor length skirt and like the jersey, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what mood are you? Are you going to play soccer or are you picking up daisies out the field? What's the vibe?
No,
and it's like, honestly, I feel like doing both. I feel like playing soccer in the field. Like,
while I'm picking up daisies.
While I'm picking up the daisies. Like, it's just, yeah. And I do... Yeah,
but that's what makes her so cool. You know what I mean? Like, you know those days where I'm just like, babe, you're so cool. Those are the moments that I'm talking about. I'm like, you're so cool. Like, what? Like, I would never, but I'm glad that you did.
Yeah.
Like, that inspires me to do what I want to do, you know? I'm not going to do that.
And that warms my heart because it's just like, sometimes I do feel the pressure of being in LA, living in LA. You say, oh, you're a stylist and like... You know,
so is everybody else.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, okay, you know, and then sometimes, you know, you doubt yourself and your work and all this, and then I'm like, sometimes, genuinely, because I am playing dress up all day, I sometimes wonder, can I even dress myself? Yeah. You know? Yeah. And especially right now with, like, the trouble I'm having with, like, my weight and everything, and I'm not able to wear all the fire-ass pieces that I still have and hold in my closet because I'm like, I'm going to get back into this one day. Yeah. You know? And it's like I have to kind of work with what I have, and it's a lot of different factors, and it's a little overwhelming, but...
Well, I will say you're literally working with what you have, and you're doing it well. And when her friends have a dilemma, a wardrobe dilemma, she's the first one they call. Yeah. You know, and immediately you're like, oh no, do this, do that, do this, do that, take this, take that. I got this. You know what I mean? So it's like you're doing something right. Yeah. You know, and you're doing very well. So we just can't be too hard on ourselves. Yeah.
Which I'm
learning.
Yeah. Getting better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
thanks, babe.
You're really cool, like for real.
You're
like
really
if I
cool.
wasn't like in your space, in your bubble, if I didn't live with you, if I didn't know you, you know, I would like definitely be on your Instagram and be like, this is a cool girl. Like,
you're so cool too, man.
No, I'm serious.
Thanks.
You can't just compliment me with the same compliment I gave you.
But you are cool.
Thanks.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too, babe. I feel like we're quicker, just a generalization. I feel like people are quicker to compliment somebody that they don't know down the street versus their friend that's sitting right next to them.
Yeah, and that is such strange and weird behavior. And if you do that, shame on you. Shame on you. Give your people flowers while they're here.
Yeah, because that's the thing. We're not here forever, and that's inevitable.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but it's the truth.
And why not, like, big up your people and, like, tell them, like, hey, you look cool. You did this. Yeah. This was cool. Yeah. I loved that you did that. Like, I'm inspired by you doing that, you know?
Yeah, because I read something the other day that was like, how amazing is it that we are literally sitting beside living legends and we don't know it yet and we don't appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, you could be the fucking next yada yada. And you could be the next you.
And you could be the next Prisma in Barcelona, Italy, wherever. Mexico.
Yeah, it's just crazy because we're literally by, like, Brie. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what the fuck the next.
But
20 years holds
that's
for
the
her.
thing.
You know what I'm saying?
One thing about me, I give my friends flowers. I tell them that they're amazing, that they're great, what they do. You know what I mean? I'm not weird like that.
Yeah.
But I know that I give it to my very close friends, but I know even still, like, my social media friends or people that I know in passing, like, I could still give them more flowers, which that's something that I can work on, because I do think that, you know, if you see somebody doing something, like, cool and positive, or you like something that somebody's wearing, or you, whatever, like,
it's important.
It's important to give that feedback. That's how the world continues to turn and move, and you never know what your compliment can do for someone that day and how it can inspire them to move forward.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you don't know what that does for them. How do you know that they weren't on the brink of cutting shit off? And
like, I'm done.
You know what I mean? Like, and maybe they needed just that one little gesture or compliment, and you were able to push it over. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many stories, but there's probably a lot that are like that. Yeah. I actually just listened to one the other day on a podcast where this guy, and then we're done after this. Okay. But it was this guy, he was walking, and I don't remember the premises of anything, but this guy was walking out of college administration, and he was, like, going in to get his classes and stuff. This lady was walking... he was walking in, the lady was walking out. And didn't know each other, but they just bumped into each other, and she was crying. And he was like, oh, are you okay? And she's like, financial aid isn't going to cover me. Like, I can't finish these classes. I only have X amount of credits, whatever. And he said something very specific. He was like, how many more years do you have? And she had said 1. And then he was like, dang, like, you know, like, I'm sorry. I wish I could do something for you, whatever. Walked away. Years later, ran into the same girl. Mm-hmm. That girl went up to him and was like, you were that guy. And he was like, well, what are you talking about? And she was like, you asked me that question and it just stuck with me. And he was like, what are you talking about? They ran back the story, and she was like, 1 year. And she was like, that's all it took for me to graduate, 1 year. And she ended up, I don't know how, but she ended up going back into the administration, got shit figured out. They were able to pay for her to go 1 more year. She finished her degree, and now she was, like, super successful.
He put things into perspective for her.
Yeah, he only asked one question. Yeah. That was it.
He took the time to ask one question.
It wasn't even a compliment. It was just saying something, you know? Yeah. And it changed her life. Mm-hmm. And she is where she is now because of that one question. Because had she not had it, she might have not gone back.
Yeah. Or she might have been so and felt so overwhelmed by the day-to-day that was on her at that moment. And when he said, how much longer do you have? 1 year?
Exactly.
That 1 year statement put it into perspective for her,
like, of only 1 more year.
Okay, so it's 1 more year. I can figure out X, Y, and Z, or, you know, whatever her case may have been. But
I'm not sure about, like, the details. Yeah, but it was something along those lines, and it just changed her life. You know, so just a friendly reminder to say things in real time, and mean what you say what you mean, and don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. And it's okay to big up your friends. And it's okay to not have one sense of self. It's okay to be this and that and everything in between.
As long as you're being yourself and you're being true to you.
As long as you're being true to you.
It's all good.
Yeah.
And you're accepted.
Absolutely. You're accepted and you are loved.
Period. That's it for today. Honey, I'm Home Podcast. I am Priz.
And I'm Talon.
We'll see y'all next time.
See ya.
Peace out.
Damn, that shit was loud.
That was a clink, 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 clink.
That was a clink, 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 clink.
Good job, babe.
Wow.
You got these giggles.
Yeah.
Got right.
Wow. Goddamn, we got through them giggles.
Bro, that was the longest.